Hey there, all you cool cats and kittens. It's Coach Hodges. Nice to see you. Well, virtually. I can see my kids in my classroom, but I can't see you really over the computer. It's kind of a. Anyhow. All right. Well, first discussion that we'll talk about this year, this semester, is what is a computer? What is a computer? So, I'm going to call on a few people in the class, and I'd like for you to answer and just give me a brief synopsis of what you think a computer is. What you think a computer is. It may be right, it may be wrong, no big deal. That's why it's a discussion. Yahir, what is a computer? All right. So a computer is an electronic device. That is a really, really broad definition of what a computer is, because a hairdryer, which I have no use for, but a hairdryer is an electronic device. But I see where you're going with that. I see where you're going. Landon, what do you think? What's a computer? All right, a device I use for educational purposes and for personal purposes. All right, so Landon, is a book a computer? Because I can use a book for educational purposes, and I could use it for personal preference or purpose, right? So you are right, but that's a good definition. All right, Riley, what you think?
A piece of technology that can complete tasks given to it by the operator.
All right, that's a good one. Any electronic? Did you say any electronic?
Any piece of technology.
Oh yeah, any piece of technology that can complete a task that is basically dictated to it by an operator. That is really close. That's a good answer. All right, what you got? Something you can do work on. So a tractor, is a tractor a computer? No, but a tractor can't have a computer on it though, can it? Sure can. All right, so something that helps me do work would be a computer, right? Close to that, yeah? See, all of these answers are right because they're all blending into what a computer is, okay? That's a good answer. A digital device that can give you access to the internet. So is your phone a computer? Yeah, it is, isn't it? Sure is. Sure is. Your phone's a computer. What about your watch? Could your watch be a computer? That's right. If it's a smartwatch, certainly can. Good. All right, Maggie. Something that helps you do work. So you're just copying his answers now? Huh? We're getting kind of close to the end of class, so all the good answers have been taken, except for Linton. I can tell Linton's got something right on the tip of his tongue. Okay, something that I can use to play games. Now, obviously, the obvious question is I can play with playing cards, with paper playing cards. I could play a game, but a computer could be used to play games. Absolutely, yes, sir. A piece of technology that I don't know. Oh, she's being recorded. She's starting to get nervous, folks. All right. So what is a computer? All right. The definition of a computer is an electronic device for storing and processing data, typically in binary form, according to instructions given to it in a variable program. And I would also add to this definition not only instructions given to it in a variable program, but given to it by an operator like Dakota said. Now, I didn't mean Dakota. I meant Riley. I'm sorry. I'm getting my computer nerds mixed up. I say that in the most loving way. But anyhow, so because I'm a computer nerd too. All right. So according to instructions given to it in a variable program. Now, I would say by an operator or by an outside source, okay, because there are many computers now that have artificial intelligence that can make decisions on their own. However, how were those decisions, or how were those computers allowed to make those decisions? Because someone else put a program into it to begin with. No electronic device is just all of a sudden has the capability to think. They're not humans, okay? Robots are not humans, all right? Artificial intelligence is not human, okay? It can have human-like characteristics, but they are not human. They do not have the ability of thought and the ability of reason unless it is given to it by an outside source, okay? So just remember that. But anyway, so back to our definition: an electronic device for storing and processing data. That's one of the areas that we didn't really hit on, is the storing and processing of data. We'll talk about processing maybe a little bit, but storing is important. We use our computers a lot to save files, to save calculations, to save our if I'm a business owner, my taxes, my ledgers, the money that I'm taking in, the money that I'm paying out. We use our computers a lot for that. So by definition, if we say an electronic device for storing and processing data is a computer, is a calculator, just a regular old-fashioned $1.99 calculator from Dollar General, is that a computer? Yes, it is. Okay? So a calculator, the cheapest little calculator that you could find, is a computer, just like your cell phone, which is, an expensive piece, is a computer as well. Because can I do calculations on my cell phone? Yeah. Okay? Can I process and store data on there? Absolutely. Okay? And so that's a very general term. So this is talking about storing and processing data, and I'm just talking about numbers. I'm just talking about words, documents, Google Sheets, spreadsheets, any type of just processing data. But it says, comma, typically in binary form, according to instructions given to it in a variable program. What does the variable program allow us to do? What is a variable program? What does that mean? It allows us to manipulate data, okay? Manipulate data. It says, according to instructions given to it in a variable program. So I can take whatever. Is my Xbox, or what do y'all play? Xbox or PS5, or what do y'all play? Because I know some people are like really, really, like you can't do one if you do the other. What do you do, Riley? Computer? You use computer? Okay, so whenever I play a game and I click the mouse to blow up the rabbit or whatever that I'm hunting, okay, and I click the mouse, I'm giving the computer an instruction. I'm giving it the instruction to do that, okay, through a variable program. Because if I click in a certain spot, then it does a certain thing. If I click in another spot, then it does another thing. So that's the variable program, okay? Does that make sense? So long story short, a computer, once again, the definition is an electronic device for storing and processing data, typically in a binary form, according to instructions given to it in a variable program, okay? All right. So that's the end of our discussion, unless anyone else has anything to add. Anybody got anything to add? Maggie? Yes. What was it? You want to say something? Oh, you're good. All right. So that's the end of our discussion. Now we will move on to our assignment, which is the question once again is, what is a computer? We're going to write 2 paragraphs on what a computer is. Obviously, you know the definition. I just want to get more thoughts from you on that. All right. So I'll open it up in Google Classroom. I'll add an assignment in there. Use your internet. Use your videos in YouTube. You can do whatever type of research you need. So research it. 2 paragraphs. Ready? Go.